There are few Australians who can be called a genuine living legend, but Ron Barassi is without doubt one of them. His achievements are quite incredible. A record 10 AFL premierships, a decorated public life. He's as revered now as the day he retired. But in recent times, Ron has been quietly facing a burden that is slowly changing his life. It's inspired an epic pilgrimage through a strife-torn country. I was privileged to join Ron on that emotional journey, and let me tell you, he's as brave and determined today as he ever was out on the paddock. Hello, Ron.
Hi.
Welcome to Libya.
Thanks very much.
A long way from Melbourne now.
It is a bit, yeah.
This is the most unlikely of places to meet up with an AFL legend. But here I am, in Libya, with Ron Barassi. You looking forward to the journey?
I certainly am.
We've got a bit of a road trip ahead.
Yeah, no worries.
Libya is still simmering from the revolution that overthrew the dictator, Muammar Gaddafi. But we're embarking on a very personal pilgrimage for the footy great. Ron's life changed forever on July 31st, 1941. That's when his father, Ron Sr., died here in Tobruk during World War II. Now, Ron the footy legend is making an amazing and difficult journey through this country to come here, to be reunited with his father, a war hero.
What I'm doing is saying thanks. Thanks for putting life into me. I not only carry his name, I carry his blood. And he did something that I believe he was very proud of. And I'm proud of it too.
Can we come through?
Please.
Thank you.
How are you, mate? Put it there.
Tobruk's War Cemetery is a sanctuary, the resting place for 559 of our men. Magnificent. This pilgrimage is all the more poignant because Ron is steadily losing memory. It is incredibly peaceful though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Ron has brought his son, Ronnie, on this journey.
This is the road here, guys.
And there before them is Ron Sr.
It is.
Here we are.
The Army Corporal from Victoria, killed when he was only 27.
I'd love to be able to cuddle him. Which out here is a bit bizarre, but that's what I'd love.
Have you had a lot of conversations over the years with him in your own mind?
Not too many, because I always finish up in tears.
Ron was just 5 when his father was killed. And now, there's something he needs to tell his dad. As hard as it is.
Well, Dad, you know that I love you. We never had the chance to do too much of love between father and son, but you know that I love you.
Comes in, Barassi takes one bounce. Come on, move around, come on.
All his life, Ron Barassi's been walking in his father's football boots. Both men wore the number 31 for their beloved Melbourne Demons. And they both knew what it felt like to play a grand final at the MCG. In all, Ron collected 10 AFL premierships, 6 as player, 4 as coach.
Gentlemen, here we are. Hello, Turf. Some memories for you here.
And today at the G, AFL larrikin Sam Kekovich won't let anyone forget that his former North Melbourne coach was as belligerent as he was brilliant.
When he eyeballed you and he singled you out, let me tell you, with fear or trepidation, you would shiver. Now, you wouldn't think men would shiver, but they do. And the one thing about him, because he was not formally educated, he wouldn't know what a full stop was, or a comma, or an apostrophe. It would be just rapid fire like a Gatling gun for about 5 minutes. By the time he finished and spat all over you, you were just drained.
That's something I never did. I never did spit.
No, you didn't spit.
Sprayed?
Sprayed.
And you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
Well, I admit that I'm sort of boisterous, you know, on the field anyway.
You bet you were. And as a coach too.
You complaining? Who do you break for anyway?
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Barassi.
At 76, Ron has mellowed, but the man who fans say could walk on water still holds a captive audience as a motivational speaker.
A working leader, a playing leader, does produce under pressure. I mean, he played well when needed.
But away from the limelight, Ron's been dealing with the quiet confusion of memory loss that makes his trip to Tobruk all the more pressing.
What have you noticed? Have you noticed changes in...
Oh, I'm forgetful. It's not a worry. I'd rather be as pure in memory as I once was. Even then it wasn't good, by the way.
This cuff around your arm like so.
In preparation for the rigours of our trip to Libya, Ron's getting a checkup. And physically, he's in great shape.
That's fantastic. That's even better. This is sensational.
But Ron's memory is not as strong as it was, particularly short-term recollections.
Do you know the name of the hospital?
No.
Dinner last night. What about it? Can you remember having dinner last night?
No.
Okay.
John Tickell has been Ron's doctor for 3 decades.
I'd say he has a form of dementia, because dementia is an umbrella term that can involve 50 or 60 different neurological diseases.
My first experience of it was about 4 years ago when I couldn't remember a guy's name who I'd actually been overseas with, and I couldn't remember his name, which was a bit embarrassing.
Frustrating too, I'd imagine.
Well, I've gotten used to that.
Yeah.
Ron is surrounded by great mates, like Tony Healy, and when the gaps need filling, they step in. But Ron's usually first with a joke at his own expense.
He's almost like your backup memory.
Yeah. Well, not everything. I don't let him know certain things. But not the sort of things you may be thinking of either.
Okay, right. Ron, you've always been an open book and certainly a straight talker, but a lot of men who are suffering dementia don't feel they can talk about it. They're in denial. Not you, though.
Well, I can't see the point in covering it up. The fact that I'm forgetful, you know. I mean, I think you'd have more worries doing it that way than being open and honest about it.
Ron, do you miss your dad more the older you get?
Yes, I do. I'm softer on the issue and more prone to tears more quickly than I ever was before. I guess that's the one thing I haven't had. I've had everything else. Well, inverted commas, you know. But I haven't had the company of a dad.
Ron doesn't remember the last time he saw his dad. He was only 4. The day after playing the 1940 Grand Final, Ron Sr. was shipped off to war. There were a few letters home, then that telegram.
I can remember the telegram telling us that he had been killed. I'll never forget that.
It's hard, isn't it? All these years on.
Yeah, I'm actually getting worse in that area, if you call it worse, shouldn't call it worse. All I have to do is think about that night.
Now Ron's walking in his dad's footsteps, through the very trenches where the legendary Rats of Tobruk dug in against the Germans in 1941. The 8-month siege hamstrung Hitler's advance across northern Africa, but it cost Ron Sr. his life.
It is just unbelievable what they had to go through. You have to overcome loneliness too. I mean, just they're stuck here. They're stuck here, and boy, oh boy. Thanks for coming, son.
And more than 70 years after his dad died, the Melbourne Footy Club ties that bind are as strong as ever.
Well, mate, here's some of your mates. There's about 20 men here. It's part of the premiership photo of 1940.
And there are photos of the family Corporal Barassi never knew.
The redhead is Susan. This guy you've already recognised because he's looking down at you now. This is my second son, Richard.
I think you would have made him very happy today.
Yeah, I would think so.
Finally, one more precious item. For a dad who never saw his son become one of the game's best ever.
That'll keep you warm.
I reckon that'll keep him warm and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Barassis are a family of heroes and legends. But out here, in Tobruk, they are simply family. Grandfather, father and son.
Good on you, Dad. It's like he's come into my life now. And I know he's my grandfather. He's my dad's dad. It's like he's a mate now.
You've got a direct connection with him now.
Yeah, and I feel that. I'm the lucky one here. Because I came here with Dad, and Dad, he never had that opportunity.
Ron, I think he would be overwhelmingly proud.
He would be, Dad.
Yeah, I'm not questioning that. I'm just overcoming a moment. I think these are the hardest interviews I've ever done.
There's no doubt it's been a hard road for Ron to travel. But now the precious memory of his dad is safely with his son and hopefully with future generations of the Barassi family.
I've read that's what your father would have wanted as well. That in fact his last words when he left before going off to war, he said, anything happens, look after Ron.
Yeah, well, perhaps we'll meet up one day, if he's down there.
Come on, Ron. Legends go that way, don't they?
Hello, I'm Amelia Adams. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minute segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.